So you're probably wondering, what are my thoughts on No Man's Sky? Well, sit back, relax, and hopefully you can bear through this because this is the first time I ever tell anyone what my thoughts are on a video game or any sort of review at all, because I have never done that before and I am actually going without a script. So hopefully you can bear with me. Also, please ignore my atrocious surfing skills. They are horrible. I do admit that. Hold on a second, is that Leafy? My gosh! Yeah, I don't think that would be Leafy. I mean, anybody can take his profile picture and maybe even take his name, but then again, I didn't see his name, so it could have been just his profile picture, so I don't know. So, No Man's Sky, you're probably wondering, is it a good game? Well, let me tell you this. It's a good game, but there needs to actually be a little bit of improvements on it. Now, No Man's Sky is a highly anticipated and hyped up game, and people started expecting some things that weren't actually going to be in the game, and they just believed all the rumors everybody else believed, and they also believed their own rumors, even though, how can you believe your own rumors? I mean, I guess if you get something from something and it's not even from the developer or trailers, then, I mean, I guess in some way you can convince yourself that it's true. But back to the game. The game's not really that bad. I mean, everything the developer has actually said and everything you see in the trailers are really in the game. You just gotta look hard enough. But I do admit that the fleets, the huge fleets and battles and ships where they come and join you, I have not seen that yet in a game, or in the game, and it has never happened to me, so it's possible they've taken that out. Then again, that's not really new, so we really shouldn't be shocked, because there's even bigger developers out there who did that a lot to AAA games, where they showed something in E3, but then they totally downgraded it. You're probably wondering, what about multiplayer though? That's not in the game. He must have lied, right? Well, let's go back to when he talked about multiplayer. He said that there is multiplayer, but you will most likely not see your players because that is highly unlikely. There is multiplayer, but there is that but in there, where he tried, and he could not stress enough, where he just tried to tell us, just think of it as a single player game. Expect it to be like a single player game, because you will most likely not see anyone. Now, I will tell you it is slightly multiplayer, because I have found some planets and some systems that were discovered by other players. And I know there has been other people that have found that too. Yes, there are players that have agreed to try to meet up on a planet in the same exact spot, because apparently they were with each other. And I gotta stop using that word apparently, because I don't even really know how I should use it, so I'm probably using it incredibly wrong. But back to No Man's Sky, and I'm going off topic. I've been doing that a little bit here. The multiplayer, and when those two tried to meet each other, it didn't work. It's possible that there were server errors. I'm being open-minded on this, because I don't want to just go and say that he lied when there could have been some error in the game. And the game has only been out for what, like 2-3 weeks? I just hit my desk. And because of that, I'm pretty sure that the game's gonna have problems. I expected that, and I didn't really expect much from No Man's Sky. I was just, hey, here's a space game where you can just explore and go to other planets without loading. And I think that's actually pretty cool. Also, if you want to ask me questions on what I think on a particular thing about No Man's Sky, like maybe something I missed or whatever, which I'm pretty sure I missed something. I know I missed something, but you can ask me a question. I'll go ahead and respond to you, and I'll give you what my thoughts are on that. But yes, the multiplayer and the glitching, the crashes, all those things, all the problems we ran into, that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. But what I didn't expect was the PC ports, about how that was all screwed up. So I was hoping that they would get that fixed. I think they did, but I didn't really restart my game, and I don't know if it was supposed to fix for me or what. But I haven't seen it yet, and it fixed me a little bit, but not that much. They did fix 70% of the issues, so the other issues are probably going to be fixed later. I do believe that the game does need to be given a lot more, like with features and content. And by that, I'm saying that when you first start out the game and it's like 10 to 15 hours in, you're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have fun looking at different creatures, naming them, looking for different ships to buy, and everything like that. But then things start to catch up to you, and you start to realize everything you're doing is very very repetitive. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it's because you're playing like one play style and you've been sticking to that. So when you stick to one play style, obviously it's going to become repetitive, and you haven't even done anything else, so you can't really say it's repetitive. So I can't say it's that repetitive, and I'm saying that word repetitive really repetitively. So I'm going to sum it down on what I think the game is. The game can get repetitive depending on how you play. You don't have to mine all the time. You can become a pirate, go kill other people, steal their stuff, and sell that. But that's just it. You're going after items, and all you're going after are items, and yeah, sure, you're discovering planets, and they're amazing. But mostly all you're doing is just going around and you're trying to get items to sell. And what are you trying to sell for? What are you trying to make money for? You're making money for ships. But then that'll become repetitive, and then you'll start to wonder, well, what am I making this money for? Like, what else am I supposed to do? So yes, I do believe the game needs a little bit more work with like updates and be given content. I was told that apparently we're going to be, there I go with the word apparently again. I was told that we will need to pay for the new content that they're coming out with, but I don't have any proof on that, so I can't say that's true. But once base building and owning your own giant space freighters comes out, I'm pretty sure people are going to be coming back just to play it for that. And then once that gets bored, they're going to wait for more updates. So yes, it's going to be one of those on and off games where it kind of became like Destiny, you know? And here's something I want to say. We expected No Man's Sky to come out to be like this awesome game. And that expectation that we had is what No Man's Sky and Destiny probably would have made if they had a baby. So yes, more updates, try to make it unrepetitive, although it's going to be hard to get away from that. They are indie developers, so I probably shouldn't have expected that much from them because this is their first big game that they've ever made. And I do think $60 is a little steep. I feel like maybe it's more like $30 to $40. So you're probably wondering, when should I buy this? And should I buy it at all? Well, if you would ever like to play this game, which I'm going to tell you, watching somebody play this game in like some video is not as fun as when you're playing it by yourself. And by that I mean, it's not as fun to watch someone else play it because it's better to just play it yourself. It's one of those play it yourself games. That's what I was trying to say. It's the play it yourself game so that you can see what it's like. Should you buy this game? Sure, I mean, you might like it, you might not, I'm not for sure. You should rent it though. Get it on console. If you have a PlayStation 4, you should rent it first just to see what you think about it. But I suggest that you wait, at least until the prices go down and that more updates come out. And once all those updates are coming out, then it's possible maybe until like December or January or something. No Man's Sky is going to be a totally different game than what it started out as. So that's all I'm saying right now. It wasn't too much of a disappointment to me, although the game got repetitive and boring after a while, and I'd rather play Destiny, to be honest. I would. But when I play this game again, it's probably going to be like months down the road until they make it a better game. So I hope that, guys, that helps you. And if I missed anything and you have any questions, just comment below. Let me know what your questions are, and then I'll try and get back to you and give you my thoughts on those. And I'll do some research too, just so that I'm not incorrect on anything or presuming anything or whatever. I don't want to make those mistakes. So anyway, before I go, I just want to tell you I found out that one guy that I was playing with that I thought was Leafy was actually not Leafy. Leafy. I'm getting his name mixed up with the game I play. I found out it's not actually Leafy because I went on his profile, my recent players list, and it wasn't him. So that's what I thought. I knew it wasn't him, but it would be kind of cool if I ended up in a game with him. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope this helped you. Please like the video you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.